Yo, haha, Miltnificent.
What is good, YouTube? Your boy Miltnificent coming back with another quick video. I want to take a look at the whole Nike Mind 002, at least the black chrome series. But before we get into that, I want to let everybody know April 30th, you will be seeing a restock for the Nike Mind 001 and the series of different new colors. You will see the Mind 002, so you have the mule, Mind 001, and you have the shoe, Mind 002. Here's what I'm going to say to everything that people may be thinking about, before you get the 001 or the 002. When it comes to the mule series, always think about the sizing because the Nike Mind 001, it doesn't have any half sizes, right? There's full sizes. So, and people are saying like the footbed towards this mule is very shallow. So you definitely want to go a full size up from your normal size. However, do not make the same mistake I did when I got the Nike Mind 002, the actual shoe, because after a while I felt like this was uncomfortable, but it was uncomfortable not because of the actual design. Of course, this is Nike's neurologic team just basically finding unique ways to stimulate your mind. It was the wrong size. So I normally do wear a size 12.5 when I can, but I can make the exception for a size 13. The problem is with this design, because it has the 22 nodes at the bottom, it's kind of like foam style nodes. You got the rubber, I want to say not pads, but you have the rubber sides towards the actual toe and the actual heel for stability. Of course, you got the rope style laces, but the main difference with this is that there's containment with this actual shoe versus the actual mule. In the mule, it's just think of a slide, right? You're sliding your feet in, but your heel has the potential of rising up. So depending on how you walk and depending on the style of your foot, all this stuff makes a huge difference. Whether you're going to feel those nodes or those piston-like effect hitting the bottom of your foot. There's no containment with the Nike Mind 001, at least the mules or the slides. But the Nike Mind 002 is a completely different story and a completely different design that has a lace system where you can there's some form of foot containment as long as you have the correct size. This is definitely true to size. After a while and kind of like walking around with the Nike Mind 002 series, it felt good to a certain point. But then I noticed that because I didn't have the correct size, my foot, although it was contained, it was shifting. And now think about this for a second. I'm taking that each step I take, my foot could slightly shift back and slightly shift forward. Now you add to the fact that these nodes are going up and down towards the bottom of your foot, and that can make for an uncomfortable fit. So that's why I want to make sure that you guys are like looking for, when you're shopping for something like this. I think this is about 140. I want to say 140 in taxes, and the Mind 001 is about $100. But the main difference is Mind 001 definitely go a full size up just because of the narrow space towards the toe. Mind 002 definitely go true to size specifically for the whole containment. I do want to take a look at this. This is the chrome version that I had and I reviewed it. And I got on the restock. This is why I like this version a little bit better. On the restock, I was able to see, check this out real quick. Whew, this is nice. So you look at this version, and this is obviously a little bit smaller than what I had. Let's put up part. There we go. We got the knit upper that's on this one, and I like this one a lot better just because you can see like it has like an orange underlay that matches the whole. They labeled this the whole crimson, but it's kind of like an orange underlay where you can see the actual two-tone effect, whereas here I think they just did silver on silver. So I like what they did with the neck effect on here. It looks nice, but I think this one stands out a little bit more. And then this one, oh man, it just felt so good when I put on. I didn't feel my foot shifting back and forth. My foot was contained, no shifting, and the nose were perfectly hitting the right spot to the bottom of my foot. So I want to let everybody know kind of what the difference is. And again, don't make that same mistake that I did. This is the Nike Mind 002, at least the chrome version, whereas this is the Nike Mind 002 kind of chrome, but it's like a black crimson combination. The chrome hits are on the actual Nike swoosh, both on the lateral and also the medial side. And of course, they give you those rope style laces featured with the whole Nike swoosh on the actual tongue. There is kind of like a plastic plate on the back that reads mine. And if you're reading the actual rubber sides to this, I don't know if you can see it, but I'll put a picture right here. It does say Nike Mine towards the toe. And when you look at the heel, it'll read Nike Mine Science Department. Again, this is phenomenal as long as you get the correct size. Again, don't make that same mistake I did. I only did it just because it was very hard to get. I'm so used to getting shoes in size 13. But, you know, at this point, it was just because of the design with the nodes at the bottom. Didn't really think about how it could impact my walking over time if I got the actual right sizing versus the wrong sizing. So, your boy Miltnificent, man, just take a look at that whole Nike Mine Black, at least the Chrome or Crimson series, and this is phenomenal. I can't wait to rock this. Let's do that on feet, and you guys stay blessed.
Thank you.